Hiya folks, welcome to the show, and today we are back with Amphibia Season 2 Episode 15, New Wartwood and Friend of Frobo, as well as Season 2 Episode 16, Toad to Redemption and Maddie and Marcy. New Wartwood I'm expecting just to be a fun episode with some nice interactions between the townspeople, but Friend of Frobo is what I'm really anxious to see because I want to know what this guy's deal is. As for the latter two, I just really can't wait to see Marcy interacting with all the residents of Wartwood. Also, good news, I haven't really been spoiled that much on any of these, so hopefully from now on my reactions are going to once again be a lot more reactive. If you happen to be new around here, feel free to subscribe, as watching me is scientifically proven to make you feel slightly better about yourself. We are getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, and honestly, I cannot put into words how grateful I am. Besides these ones. Okay, that's all I have to say, so let's jump right in. Okay, Season 2, Episode 15, New Wartwood and Friend of Frobo. In 3, 2, 1. It's coming. We all know it's coming. Oh.
It's Marcy's first day at Wartwood. Hello. Is that eye really gone?
Too many questions.
Oh, Marcy.
Don't be ridiculous. Of course they'll accept you.
You sure about that?
Guys, come on.
Polly!
All right, if you say so.
Wait, is that Polly?
I go where the mob goes, Ann.
It just takes time.
Time and also standing up to their oppressors.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
What the? The town founder whose name I don't even know.
You're female white waggy, for an outsider anyway.
Okay.
Come on, Ann. Show me all the cruddy things wrong with this town.
Where do I even start?
Oh.
I still haven't done enough. I need to go bigger.
Did someone say bigger?
Why?
Marcy, meet Mayor Toadstool. He's like if the Monopoly man had a baby with a piece of fried chicken.
That better be a compliment, Boone Choi.
Are they allowed to say Monopoly?
I have a mind to turn this podunk little town into a real money-making tourist.
Corrupted politician, Marcy. Corrupted politician.
Fetch the balloon, Toady.
It drifted away, sir.
It what? Dang it, that's the third time that's happened today. Toady, you're promoted to balloon now. Woo! Well, I hope we can do business soon. Fly me away, Toady.
I don't know, Mars. Any plan of the mayor's is sure to go belly up.
Mm-hmm. I love how she's staying in the flagon.
Over there. The whole town's changed.
Oh my god!
What in tarnation is going on here?
It's Main Street. It's Main Street.
Feast your eyes on the new clock tower.
Not loving that clock.
No.
The new and approved town square statue. Oh, is he single?
It's a statue.
That's not what I asked.
Yep, they turned it into a tourist trap.
Look, Ann, you found a way that worked for you, and I found a way that worked for me.
And there it goes.
We built too much. The town is sinking into the swamp.
I, for one, refuse to learn anything from this.
I mean, Toad to Redemption is coming up, and I know that's your episode. Oh, this takes me back to Anne of the Year. Yes. Yes.
Guys, don't be mad. Marcy just wanted to help.
It's okay, Ann. I can face the music on my own.
Oh.
I think I speak for everyone here when I say we're all pretty mad at you.
To be fair, I shoulder just a bit of blame here.
Zip it, Toadstool!
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
That's actually very nice. That's a good bit of the holdover development from season 1,
In this town and killed us all in the process.
which Anne does every week.
In other words, you're just like Anne when she got here.
Yeah, afraid we'll probably get around to liking you eventually.
Whether we want to or not, am I right?
Yeah, I still don't like you.
True? Oh, for sure, man. I even set the whole town on fire once. No lie.
Burn me trousers off.
I remember that.
I'm still on fire.
Just be patient, and I'm sure you'll fit in eventually. A lengthy period of regarding you with extreme borderline paranoid suspicion, mind you.
I gotta say, she's pretty amazing.
She is inhuman.
Who the heck is even in there? It's just bugs!
Look at me. They were cheap.
Why were the frogs scared? Oh, here it comes. What is your deal, man?
Oh, what are we gonna do?
You'll see.
Oh, no.
Oh, Marcy.
One of the rare things in life where you actually get out what you put in. It's beautiful.
This is the calm before the storm. Because everything is about to go horribly wrong.
Sorry, Polly, but me and Ann have changed. We're different now.
Some of us even sound different.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, I think we should...
Oh my, they're actually acknowledging it in the show.
Beetle pie.
Oh my god.
Mischief's no dang fun alone. Stupid Ann, stupid Sprig, you can't.
Oh, here he is. It's your boy.
Somebody in there? Oh, my frog! A monster! Stay back!
Oh.
You clown! You're copying me! I will call you Frobo. I know, I'm a genius.
I love him already.
So what else can you do?
And now I'm slightly terrified of you.
I'm all for me, thanks.
Whoa! I don't believe this!
You can do that, but it takes you about a week to walk 3 miles.
Hey, check this out! Woo! Your turn!
So, is it like a machine? So it learns by copying.
Hello?
Alright, Frobo, time to enter the spin!
No, 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 robots, no.
Could have been a mistake.
Well,
It's some kind of hulking monster. Look at that.
Well, whatever it is, it destroyed the fountain. Second time this week, too.
Wow, you really kicked me there.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, Polly.
oh, here we go.
What is that thing?
Is that some kind of crazy frog robot?
Maybe?
Whatever it is, we've got to stop it before it hurts anyone.
It's a tennis racket, Anne. Get the sword. Oh, hello, animation.
Put her down, you bitch!
That all you got?
No! Everybody stop! Frobo! I know you're just trying to protect me. Everything you did today was because I asked you to. And now I'm asking you to stop. Frobo, your first words! This wasn't Frobo's fault, it was mine. I taught him how to do all of this. I'm sorry about the damage. I'll do whatever it takes to fix it all up. But leave Frobo alone. He's innocent. Frobo, say you're
said sorry, and I suppose that's good enough for me.
I guess we already accepted 2 monsters.
Yep. I mean, what's one more at this point?
I can't believe they had tomato plant seeds.
I still think you shouldn't have bought those.
What incarnation?
Hey, Hop Hop!
Oh my gosh!
Is that a robot? Can we please keep him? I'll be his big sister. I'm ready to take care of someone.
Whoa! Wow, what a turnaround!
I mean, can it do anything useful?
Show him, Frobo!
Is he gonna be a main character now?
Don't mind if I do.
Hey, it's multigrain.
Wow. First underground computers and now a robot? Wait a second. Sprig, you don't think that thing was what got built in the ruins of disaster, do you?
No way. And followed us all the way home? That would have been hundreds of miles.
Could be.
Nah.
Idiots. You're all idiots. Oh, that was really good. Oh, that was such a great Polly episode as well. Both those was just... They were way better than I was expecting them, to be honestly. I really love what they're doing with Marcy, even though from the intro, we know things aren't going to be all peachy for that much longer. Friend or Frobo was such a great episode for Polly's development. Now give her her legs. But yeah, we're almost caught up, so let's move on to the next episode. Okay, Season 2, Episode 16, Toad to Redemption and Maddie and Marcy. We are almost officially caught up in 3, 2, 1. Come on, let's get some sweet, sweet Mare Toadstool development.
There are some potholes down on 6 that need filling, but the only money we have left is supposed to buy us that swanky new jacuzzi.
You know what, Toady? You go ahead and fill those holes.
Who are you, and what have you done with my beautiful...
Oh.
There we go. Tony, grab the other side.
Oh.
We have come to discuss the events of Toad Tower.
Oh no.
By order of Newtopia, I hereby decree that Mayor Froderick Toadstool has been appointed the new head toad of Toad Tower!
I was not expecting that.
Hypothetically, what would happen if I refused?
You'd find yourself rotting in one of the deepest, dankest dungeons in all of Amphibia. Hypothetically.
Oh.
Well, back home, whenever Mom asked me to do chores, I just do a really bad job so she wouldn't ask me anymore. Okay, I'll help.
Just never make that face again.
2 ways that this can go. Number 1, make the mayor look like a coward. Number 2, make him look incompetent.
Is there a third option?
No. Any questions? B.
Mayor Toadstool, help!
No can do, random farmer, for I am but a lowly coward.
Ann and Sprig? Why in tarnation are you robbing your own stand?
You distracted the robbers long enough for the muscle to show up. You're truly head toad material.
I mean, there's no better way to describe Mrs. Croker, honestly.
You've got a competent assistant here, Mayor. It's too bad he's about to be out of a job.
Excuse me?
I, Jacinda, will be Toadstool's deputy at Toad Tower.
Ha!
Truth is, the truth is...
Oh no, is this happening right now?
Fence? And, the creepy one!
Meyer.
It's beautiful. Oh, I agree. Why not take a closer look? Go, move.
And get the sword! Stop using the tennis racket and get the sword! And they never saw Nameless Toad again.
You love this town and any moron can see it. I'm afraid we need someone cutthroat, someone ruthless, someone just like him.
Huh? See you around, Wartwood. I'm gonna make Grimes seem like a big softie.
Well, that's foreboding. Maddie and Marcy. Another Joe Johnson episode.
Fine. Give me a few minutes to wrap this up and we'll play.
Okay, Mars, be cool. Just get out there and introduce yourself with confidence.
Hi there. My name's Marcy. Wow. No one's ever been interested in what I do. They usually run away screaming.
Oh.
How do you feel about that?
I'm feeling like a beautiful friendship is about to start. Bile of a vomit bird. Oh. Then some
Gross.
fresh soil from a graveyard. And lastly, a high five from your new best bud.
Oh.
What's wrong with your little sisters?
It's a long story. I used to play with them all the time,
Oh.
especially juggling. That was their favorite.
She reminds me a lot of Webby. Oh.
Good night, Daddy. I'm gonna kill him.
We'll make sure you resurrect them when you're done.
What have I told you about playing with my stuff?
Oh, it's a
We're making a witch's spell.
Sweetie the Pooh.
Won't be babies for much longer.
Some kind of horrible abomination. Okay, that's enough.
We did it! We did it! I'm finally a level 2 witch! Huh?
Most adorably terrifying thing I've ever seen.
They did the spell all wrong! How can you tell? Because they're still growing! A curse like that should be done already. At this rate, they're going to balloon until they explode!
Third time this week that's happened.
Do you ever think it's weird when the main characters aren't in an episode? You don't miss them.
You grow tulips.
Rosemary, lavender, ginger.
Okay, but if you drop them, a lot of people are going to die.
Nice job with those antidotes, apprentice.
What can I say? I had a great teacher.
Oh.
Because of me, you three almost exploded.
Wait, what? Bring it in, Fleefy, you crazy freak of nature.
Fleefy!
Okay. I love that we're just getting a bunch of episodes focusing on the townspeople because, you know, we've gone a while without those. Part of me is just a smidge worried that maybe we're getting so much on them because, you know, something's going to happen at the end of this season and they might not be making that many appearances in the final stretch of episodes. Once again, we have gotten back to the whole, the frogs are treated like lower citizens compared to the toads and the newts. Which, I'm sure that's going to come into play at some point in a huge way. So, you might be wondering why I haven't gone on to the reviews yet. And the reason for that is I have decided to add on the next episodes, the Second Temple and Barrel's Warhammer, onto this video. Despite the fact I'm recording them a week apart, which is why the beanie's back, because my hair should not be looked at by naked eyes right now. So I'm going to do 3 in this one and then 2 in the next one, which will have me caught up just in time for the season finale. Okay, let's jump right into it. Okay, Season 2, Episode 17, The Second Temple and Barrel's Warhammer, in 3, 2, 1. Second Temple. Oh, Joe.
Could it be invisible?
No.
Are we looking for something heart-shaped?
Maybe we have to rip someone's heart out.
I'm with Polly's idea.
Valeriana. Anne, didn't we meet her in the Bazaar?
You did. Yes, you did.
Do you by chance seek a temple to charge an ancient stone?
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you really think you are worthy?
Well,
yeah, totally.
We shall see.
We shall.
I should very much like to hold it.
I'd rather hold on to it.
Yes, she would. I'm sorry, it's trauma.
That's ridiculous, Anne. Now come on, or they'll leave us behind.
Is this going to be a Spring and Anne episode? Because it has been a while since we've got one focused primarily on them.
He's just saying hello.
Don't worry, Anne. We'll huddle around you for warmth.
Oh.
Oh, Hop, did you gain weight?
It's impolite to ask, Anne.
Come into your possession.
You know, I don't remember how we got it.
Marcy, is there something you'd like to tell us? Why did you want Anne to take the music box? Tell us, please. I want to know.
What about that little hut? It looks like someone's inside. We have to save them.
How? By running towards an avalanche? They are lost, child. I say we...
Anne is a hero, so you can just shut up.
Nuts to that! Anne! Hey, you guys gotta get out of... Huh? Look, I'm fine. Let's just hurry and get to the temple.
She has grown so much and I love her.
Impulsive. None of these qualities are worthy of the sacred stones. You don't deserve my help. Good luck finding that temple.
Heroic. Selfless. Both things she was not at the start of the series, because this show is so good at character development.
Well, we may be unworthy, but you and your order are even worse. You're nothing but a cruel, judgmental snob!
Did you guys see that?
Well, that's not good.
Just show me and my friends where the temple is already.
Never. You are not worthy.
This is the temple, Anne.
Aha! See? Still only thinking of yourself.
You're wrong. I'm not that selfish.
No, you're not, because you just ran at an avalanche to save people you didn't know.
Whoa! Didn't you drive the family snail even though you were told not to?
Ah! Okay, this is getting weird. What else do you know?
I know that you snore.
Could have kept that one to yourself.
Oh my god, this is gonna be like an episode just showing how far Anne has developed since the beginning.
But you did steal the music box, did you not?
Yes, but she was peer pressured. It was years of social conditioning and manipulation to get her to do anything Sasha asked. That's my girl. Right, that's Anne's, but we need to stop. Oh, the blow. Wait, it only went like halfway.
Oh no, they're in trouble. What if it's another avalanche? That looks large enough. Let's go.
No.
Send me back.
Oh, it's Empire Strikes Back. She left. She gave up to save her friends.
What, pow? Ooh.
No, it's not. It's not, because you're still so impatient.
Yeah, way to go, Anne. Maybe Frobo can make us hot chocolate when we get back.
No.
That sounds great.
Oh, God, that's what's done it. Because I was wondering what was going to happen with the gems, because there is still another season to go. So they can't get home at the end of this season. This is going to be awful for Anne's mental health.
I propose a future where toads overthrow King Andreas and take our rightful place as rulers of all Amphibia!
Yep, it's coming.
Oh, right.
The war is coming, people.
We froggin' loved us!
That's not good.
We love your vision, but no toad is going to follow the command of a fugitive and his hummus.
Humans. We're called humans. Wait, are there humans?
They must be talking about Anne and Marcy. I don't believe it. They're working together? Without me?
And apparently...
Yes, because you are a very toxic person!
Sasha, no!
Oh no.
It is said that the one who wields this hammer is the true leader of all toads. It is the one thing.
Oh no, no, it's gonna be Sasha, it's gonna be Sasha!
No toad has ever gone after the hammer and made it back alive.
But how about a hummus?
Saj, thanks for that. I feel better already.
Hey, my pleasure. And don't forget, just strike a pose and we'll leave.
No, you won't. You won't, because she will get you to do anything she wants.
And no beast in sight. Could life actually be this easy for a change?
No.
Sorry, guys, but we're way too close to bail. I am not going back empty-handed.
But you...
Mm-hmm. This is what Sasha does.
Oh man, that was my mom's bow.
Learn something. Develop as a character, please. Just learn something for once in your life. Oh, damn.
This year, the R&D team gives you armor customization.
Hey, Greg, what do you think that is?
That's clearly a narwhal worm being ridden by a hummus, heading straight for us.
It's no use.
Red glow. Red glow. Red glow.
No, I can do this. I am not gonna fail. Not while Anne and Marcy are getting by without me.
Mm-hmm. Mechanical. Mechanical! That's electricity. That is electricity. I love how they do like these serious moments and then they just have those sound effects.
We hereby grant you the support of all 3 towers for your rebellion.
That's not good.
We trusted you, and you didn't care one bit about what happened to us, as long as you got what you wanted.
That's not true.
No, that is true, because that's what you do.
And I think me and Braddock are done with this. With all of it.
What? Where are you going? Guys, come back!
Go to Wartwood. Go to Wartwood.
Come on, soldier. We've got a world to conquer.
Goodbye, Percy. Goodbye, Braddock.
Come on, realize. Realize. Introspection. Introspection is the best thing you can do right now. Wow, I got really into that. Okay. Oh. Sasha, you're not in the best of my graces right now. You haven't been since the start of this show. But they are going to redeem you. So please just get it over with already. Oh, right, the second temple exists. I completely forgot the second temple just happened, and I was just so fixated on that episode, because, both of those episodes were phenomenal. I kind of regret that I'm just tacking them on at the end of this video, because, oh my god, those were amazing. Those were the best episodes of the season. I love how the second temple was all about, you know, the heart and Anne and showing how far she's come as a character, reflecting on some of her earliest mistakes, such as stealing the music box, taking Betty for a joyride. The character development in this show, it's so good and it's so natural how throughout every single episode in season 1 there was this gradual change in Anne, so she was slowly becoming less selfish and more selfless. The gem, though, the gem. They didn't charge the gem fully, and that... Oh my god, that means they're not going to be able to get home, and it's going to be all Anne's fault, and it's... Oh no, that's what's going to separate her and Marcy. That's what's going to get them all 3 on different sides of the war. Oh no. Okay. On to the reviews. Alright, and away we go. New Wartwood opens up with Marcy waking up in the Flagon, which I guess is where she's staying now. She's excited for her first day in Wartwood, however, you can probably already tell where this is going.
Do you have any time right now to talk about Wartwood's unique architectural history?
Anne comforts Marcy, saying it will take a while, but the town will come around to her. After fending off a mob, which includes Polly because she goes where the mob goes. Marcy says people are just another puzzle to solve, but after last week, I think you've done enough puzzles there for a while, Marbles. She then accidentally breaks the statue of the town founder whose name no one knows, but quickly fixes it using skills she picked up from an utopian sculpting class. Marcy decides the best way to win people over is by fixing their awful town, as she and Anne start making some small but nice improvements. But Marcy still isn't satisfied and says she needs to go bigger.
Did someone say bigger?
Never seen that balloon before.
Mayor Toadstool has a proposition for Marcy to help him turn Wartwood into a bona fide tourist attraction. Anne tries to talk her out of it, but is no match for the power of tunnel vision. And the next day, the frogs wake up to find their town has been turned into Main Street, USA.
Feast your eyes on the new clock tower.
Not loving that clock.
Anne tries to talk some sense into Marcy, who is once again starting to worry me with her impatience and desire to solve people. Thanks to earlier foreshadowing with a dash of Chekhov's gun, the town is unable to support the weight and starts sinking into the swamp it was built on. This brings Marcy back to the now submerged in water Earth, as she quickly hops on Joe Sparrow and saves the town. And was it just me, or was this episode drawing heavy parallels to Anne of the Year? The biggest difference being Anne had to save the town from a fire, whereas Marcy saved them from a flood, which might be saying something about their characters. Side note, I really enjoyed how Mayor Toadstool did try to accept some of the blame, instead of completely throwing Marcy under the bus like he no doubt would have done in season 1, because again, this show is the best when it comes to developing all its characters in very meaningful ways. Marcy accepts that winning over the town isn't going to be a simple process, much like it wasn't for Anne, as the episode ends with her restoring Wartwood and fixing all the damage she caused at superhuman speeds. Then we find out the mascot costume was full of bugs this whole time, which scares off Anne. And the frogs for some reason. This was a really fun episode to establish Marcy as part of the main cast, having her interact with all the residents of Wartwood. I loved New Wartwood itself and all the Disneyland references in the third act. The town's frogs were amazing as always, with a few shining moments of comedy. It's just a cute adventure with a really nice message that you can't force people to like you. I just really hope Marcy is going to learn that lesson, because I really don't want her to turn on everyone, even though it's starting to feel inevitable. But with Marcy now only having just been introduced as a main character on the show, it seems a good a time as any to expand the Planter family with another addition. They really do just keep piling them on, huh? Let's take a look at Friend or Frobo. The episode opens with the family enjoying their first day off in forever with no responsibilities. But let's just say Polly has a very different idea of fun than Marcy and Hop Pop. I love their stupid little walk. Polly is excited for her and Sprig to cause some trouble, only for the two of them to turn around and say they are too mature to get mixed up in those shenanigans. Before a fun joke about Sprig's voice actor growing up, which I'm fairly sure we all noticed. I mean, did you hear him in the most recent theme song takeover? Polly creates a distraction and runs off, as we learn just how much trouble a purple circle can get into on her own. Turns out, not much. Feeling frustrated, she kicks a pile of trash as we get a more formal introduction to our cybernetic stalker, who was definitely not built in the ruins of disaster according to ancient amphibian engineer experts Anne and Sprig. Polly quickly realizes that it means no harm and dubs them Frobo. We immediately see that Frobo learns from copying, as he and Polly have a jaunt about town, leaving property damage in their wake. Eventually, Frobo manages to destroy the town for the third time this week, leading to, what else? An angry mob which, for once, Polly is on the outside of as she attempts to call them off, leading to her accidentally getting kicked by Frog Incidental 132, causing Frobo to prove he can both protect and attack as the animators decide to flex on us. Anne and Sprig show up to try and stop it as Anne draws her tennis racket. Okay, I get the racket is unique and was really significant in season 1, but Anne, sweetie, you have a sword. Use it! Right. After the best example of corporate synergy I have ever seen, Frobo is about to obliterate Sprig and Anne as the town comes to their defense, which is a really nice touch. Polly is finally able to get through to Frobo and takes full responsibility, saying she'll repair all the damages and get Frobo to apologize, as he can now speak apparently. That's good enough for the town as Hop Pop and Marcy leave the seed store and see Polly's new friend. After a quick demonstration of his more constructive capabilities, Hop Pop is won over as the episode ends with confirming, yep, Anne and Sprig are still idiots. And that was Friend or Frobo. What I guess may very well be our final pre-Legs Polly episode, and it did wonders for her development. Finally having her take some responsibility for her actions and letting her grow as a character in a way we hadn't really seen yet. It also introduces Frobo, who is a fine addition to our little morbid found family, but there is still obviously a lot about his origins we don't know, and I'm curious to see where they're going with this. I just hope nothing happens to him because being a robot means he doesn't got any plot armor, though this episode demonstrated he would be more than capable in a real fight. Moving right along, we have Toad to Redemption. The episode whose title made a lot of people crazy when it was first revealed because they thought it was going to be about Sasha. The episode opens with Mayor Toadstool talking about how the town has grown on him ever since the events at Toad Tower in the Season 1 finale. Which, I mean, just a few days ago you almost sank it in an attempt to turn it into a tourist trap and become filthy rich, but I guess we all have our off days. We see how much more Toadstool has involved himself in the community and how he can be, you know, not a completely awful person. But good things cannot last in this show as a carriage pulls up and out pops Jacinda, the official emissary of Newtopia who has come to talk with him about the events of Toad Tower. However, she's not there to hold him accountable for this. She's here to announce they are rebuilding the tower and want him in charge. And if he refuses, he goes to prison. Nice society you're running there, Andreas. Much to the dismay of Toadie, Toadstool doesn't want to leave and enlists the help of the planters to show how awful of a lead he is so he will get to stay. Well, the original planters. Marcy and Frobo are off doing
Fascinating.
that. Their plans go awry and just end up accidentally making Toadstool look good. He finally accepts his fate as Toadie learns he's about to be out of a job, because obviously they weren't going to let a frog into Toad Tower. And after the way he's been acting throughout the episode, this was very cathartic. But getting rid of Toadie is enough to make Toadstool stand up to Jacinda. But before he can incarcerate himself, they are attacked by the Toads. And for a moment, I thought this was Sasha and Grimes' rebellion. But no, turns out it's just Bog, Fens, and don't tell me. I'll get it.
Meyer.
Yes, that. They threaten to burn the town to the ground unless the frogs hand over all their valuables. Mayor Toadstool tricks Bog by offering him the position of his second-in-command at Toad Tower, right before the town shifts into attack mode and rounds up all the toads. Only for Jacinda to tell Toadstool he's too soft for the job. They need someone ruthless, someone cutthroat, someone who's going to uphold the status quo and treat the frogs as lower-class citizens just as Andreas wants. Bog is appointed the new head of Toad Tower and vows to make things even worse for the town. This was a very interesting episode, though it was mostly about setting up events that will happen later in the series. It's great we got some substantial development for Mayor Toadstool, and there are a lot of great callbacks to pivotal moments in Season 1. It's a really good episode, just not a standout for the season. Next we have Maddie and Marcy. The episode opens with Maddie in the woods brewing a potion, only to be interrupted by her sisters Rosemary, Ginger, and Lavender.
Look, Mrs. Jonkins is counting on me to bring her pet Fleefy back to life.
Da, 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 da. Maddie's sisters ruin her spell, but no time for that because Marcy is cyclopediaing plants. She overhears the commotion and charges in with a crossbow because Marcy is awesome. She's shocked to find a curse user, and after some not at all awkward introductions, they seem to hit it off as Maddie takes on Marcy as a new apprentice. Next we get a montage of both teetering on uncomfortable gross out and Hot Pot being mistaken for a corpse. Outside of Maddie's house, Marcy asks why Maddie doesn't spend time with her sisters anymore, as we get a flashback that made me incredibly emotional because younger Maddie looks very much like Webby. We learn that Maddie used to love playing with her sisters until she got her first spellbook. Marcy suggests that she should still make time for them, but not before making my neurodivergent heart skip a beat.
As someone who goes hard into her hobbies, I relate.
Maddie's sisters overhear this and decide to take Maddie's advice and use a spell to make them grow up. Unfortunately, they take that literally and start the most adorable rampage through town I have ever seen. Maddie realizes that this is all her fault, and now must race against the clock to brew up an antidote before her sisters explode. She trusts Marcy with making the potions while she uses a growth spell on herself so she can calm them down. Once everything is back to normal, Maddie apologizes and promises to spend more time with them, while also revealing that they were about to die. All is forgiven as we end the episode with a reveal that Fleefy's alive! For about 3 seconds. And that was Maddie and Marcy, a cute team-up episode that really expanded on Maddie's character in a compelling way by getting to see more of her home life. It also gave Marcy her first real connection with a resident of Wartwood, which is either going to make it harder for her to turn on them all, more devastating, or both. Regardless, they had such a fun dynamic that I really hope isn't forgotten about as we approach the show's endgame with the next season. Maddie and Marcy is probably one of my favourites of the more recent episodes, which is surprising as Anne and Sprig weren't really in this one, but yeah, I didn't miss them all that much. Home stretch now, the second temple. Kinda surprised that both this and the third temple ended up just being 11-minute episodes as opposed to specials. Anyway, the episode opens with the planters and Marcy arriving in the Amphibian Arctic, the location of the second temple. Much like last time was the Temple of Intelligence, this is the Temple of Heart, meaning it's Anne's turn. They arrive at the gates only to find nothing!
Weird.
Could it be invisible?
Okay, case closed, there's no second temple. Guess Anne's stuck in Amphibia and the show will just have to keep going on forever. Too bad, so sad. Okay, fine. The family stumbles across the home of the mysterious Alariana, who we first met in the Bizarre Bazaar all the way back in Season 1. Which means, backstory time!
I am the last of an ancient order. Our purpose was to study the sacred stones and temples.
She wants to hold the music box, but Anne isn't letting that thing out of her sight. And I mean, can you really blame her? Alariana gives them some caterpillar fur coats so they can trek up the mountain and find the temple. Anne is suspicious of her, but Sprig disregards her concerns. And I thought from here the episode would be a Sprig and Anne-centric one, since A, we haven't really gotten one of those in quite a long time. In fact, the last one was technically Hopping Mall. And B, their friendship is the heart of the show, and with this being the Heart Temple, it just makes sense. But we don't get that. Instead, we get something better. An episode all about showing how much Anne has grown over the series so far, letting us see how much more heroic and selfless she is compared to early season 1. So basically, this episode is all about bringing to light what I feel is the show's biggest strength and one of its most overlooked aspects. On their journey to the temple, they get attacked by a pair of cardinals who are after the caterpillar coats, which after quickly saving Marcy, Anne doesn't hesitate to sacrifice her warmth, then rejects Hot Pop's offer to take his coat because, you know. The family huddles around Anne to keep her warm, and at this point, it is starting to feel like Anne and Hot Pop are somewhat back to normal. But then again, it's all just a false sense of security before the writers rip my heart out in the season finale.
Hot Pop, did you gain weight?
It's important to ask, Anne.
Alariana asks how the music box came into their possession as Marcy is quick to stop Anne from telling the truth. What are you hiding, Mama? Then suddenly an avalanche starts, but luckily it's heading away from them and right towards a seemingly habitated hut. Once more, Anne doesn't think twice before charging forward in an attempt to save a complete stranger because she is the best Disney Channel protagonist. Too bad this raging Sicilian doesn't think so.
I've learned all I need to know about you lot. Disobedient, foolish, impulsive. None of these qualities are worthy of the sacred stones.
Anne has had enough and stands up to Alariana and her crummy order, until she's transported to possibly the most beautiful setting of the show so far. Seriously, these ethereal backgrounds are stunning. Now that Alariana has Anne alone, she plots to take the music box. Anne fights her off as she reminds her of many of the mistakes she made at the start of the series. Lying to get out of work in Contagion, taking Bessie for a joyride in Anfeth Dorto, borrowing Hot Pop's wallet in Girl Time, and finally stealing the music box, which Anne fully admits to, even though it was the result of years of toxic manipulation and social conditioning by Sasha.
If a friend likes a pencil case, you get it for them. If your friend likes your new shoes, you give them to her. And if a friend wants you to steal a crazy music box from a thrift store, even if you really don't want to, you do it, okay? Because if you don't, they might not want to be your friend anymore.
Alariana takes this opportunity to lunge for the music box as Anne ducks out the way, causing her to fall off the tower, spiral, whatever. Point is, Anne decides to save her. And once more, this show is so good at character development.
Those bad choices were mine, and I'll own them. But making them taught me that it's always better to do the right thing. So that's what I did. regardless of how much I didn't want to.
Alariana reveals that this is all a test, and her order had been waiting for someone like Anne for a long time. This whole time, they had been going through the temple as every sacrifice Anne made was one of the trials, with the last being about taking responsibility for one's actions. Anne is declared worthy and starts charging the stone. As we see, only half of Anne's blue glow get drained out of her, which I guess means she still has some of the enhanced abilities. But Anne hears the family in trouble and, in a classic Empire Strikes Back move, abandons her current training/task to save her loved ones, taking the gem before it has finished charging. Turns out there was no danger, as the family were just watching funny animal videos on Marcy's phone. They start heading back as we see the blue gem flickering on and off.
I don't feel safe.
The second temple was a phenomenal episode that excelled at exactly what Amphibia does best, telling a perfectly concise story that delves deep into the characters and pushes them forward in a meaningful way. I have been invested in Anne's emotional journey since day one, so it was fantastic finally getting an episode that really narrows in on that, acknowledging her past mistakes but showing how much she has grown into a responsible, brave and selfless person. Alariana was also really fun and a great follow-up from her appearance in the Bazaar, and I would totally be down for her showing up again in Season 3. What more can I say except that ending deeply disturbs me, because that's going to have major consequences that are definitely not going to do Anne's mental state any favours. And the last episode we'll be looking at in today's video is Barrel's Warhammer, our second Sasha-focused episode of the season. And it is a testament to the quality of this show that they can make such strong episodes starring characters I really don't like. Because damn was this an intense, visually stunning and all-around incredible episode that continues our sprint towards the finish line for the season. The episode opens with Sasha, Grime, Percy and Braddock preparing to address a congregation of the 3 remaining Toad Towers, in order to gain their support for their rebellion against Utopian leadership. Making things even more complicated is that one of the captains is Grime's sister. The presentation goes well until Grimothy says they would be the ones to lead the rebellion.
We love your vision, but no Toad is going to follow the command of a fugitive and his hummus.
Humans. We're called humans.
Okay, and for the remainder of this recap, I will be referring to Sasha strictly as Hummus, if for no other reason than to spite her. So Hummus gets a little annoyed when she learns Anne and Marcy are working together without her. Captain Boofer decides the rebellion sounds too risky and tries to arrest them, causing Hummus to flip out and ask what it's going to take to make them follow her. I mean, them. That's when the oldest of the captains, Aldo, awakens and tells Hummus the only way that's going to happen is if they retrieve Barrel's Warhammer.
It is said that the one who wields this hammer is the true leader of all Toads.
Hummus agrees, much to the dismay of her friends? Yeah, we'll go with that. As the crew sets off on their journey, we learn Barrel was a legendary Toad hero who gave his life protecting a village from some divine beast, which now guards his hammer. Percy and Braddock are scared as it looks like Hummus almost has a moment of empathy, but it's cut short by their arrival at their destination. They find the hammer with relative ease, but I guess the team skipped arm day because they struggle with lifting it, causing them to wake the aforementioned divine beast. Percy and Braddock do their previously agreed upon signal, but as always, Hummus's pride trumps her friendships and she goes for the hammer. After losing her patience, she decides if she can't bring the hammer to the tower, she'll bring the hammer to the tower, and steers the beast towards it, ignoring Percy and Braddock's desperate cries. They are coming in too fast and are about to crash into the tower, but Hummus can't take the narwhal worm off course. They make one more attempt at grabbing the hammer as we get our first real hint at something much deeper going on with Hummus.
No! I can do this! I am not gonna fail! Not while Anne and Marcy are getting by without me!
She has a need to be needed by others and deep feelings of inadequacy. Now, that doesn't justify the years of social manipulation and trauma she put Anne, and presumably Marcy, through, but I am glad that we're finally starting to dig a little deeper into her character. Showing her red eye glow for the first time, Hummus lifts the hammer as Grime spots her. We see the Warhammer appears to be a mix between magic and technology, and can we just acknowledge for a second how amazing the music in this scene is? Using the Warhammer, they incapacitate the narwhal worm and deliver it to the captains. The rebellion has now gained the support of all 3 Toad Towers, as we continue barreling towards the inevitable war between the frogs, newts and toads. But we can focus on that later, because right now Hummus is getting called out for a toxic personality.
We trusted you, and you didn't care one bit about what happened to us, as long as you got what you wanted.
Percy and Braddock quit the rebellion, and I really hope somehow they're going to end up in Wartwood and ally with the frogs. Can we please get more of Hummus actually having to confront her own terrible behaviour and choices, because I am living for it right now.
Now come on, soldier. We've got a world to conquer.
Goodbye, Percy. Goodbye, Braddock.
And that was Barrel's Warhammer. Like I said, a really intense and engaging episode that is hopefully the first step in giving Sasha a really great character arc. Grime, Percy and Braddock were great, and I really loved all the designs of the new Toad. Especially Captain Aldo, who strikes that line between horrifying and hilarious that this show excels at. I'm really anxious to see where this plotline goes from here, especially with the penultimate episode of the season coming next. And that just about wraps things up here. While not all of them were contenders for the best of the season, they were all immensely valuable episodes to the series. Whether they expand on a side character, follow up a long-standing mystery, or just show how far the main characters have progressed. Or not progressed in some cases. Each one brings something new to the table that it's unfair to place any above the others. But let's do it anyway and rank them. Toad to Redemption, Maddie and Marcy, New Wartwood, Friend of Frobo, Barrel's Warhammer, and finally the Second Temple. If you have any thoughts on these episodes that you're just dying to unleash on the unsuspecting public, be sure to leave them down below. I would love to discuss them with you. And be sure to join me next time as I take a look at Bessie and Michelangelo, the Third Temple, the Dinner, and Battle of the Bands. The penultimate episodes of Amphibia Season 2, as I will finally be caught back up with the series. Thanks so much for watching, folks, and I'll see you real soon.